Hello, I want to take a minute and give you an update for where we stand on the implementation process for EAB Navigate. It's been a while since I've been able to give you an update, so I'm happy to give you some sense of where we stand in July of 2016. Our current status is as follows. We had some pilots scheduled for the Harrisburg and Gettysburg campuses in May, but had to cancel them due to registration issues that were uncovered during the testing process. I believe we resolved those issues. We've done some testing with actual students during NSOs on campuses, and we've had no problems that have arisen since then. These solutions were brought about because of a great deal of work that happened behind the scenes, particularly with HAC's IT department and EAB engineers and business analysts. Ultimately, where we stand right now is we've been doing a lot of work with validating placement scores and helping to ensure that when students' scores in Banner get read by Navigate, that they're translating correctly into the proper developmental placement or course sequence for the student. As a result of where we stand, we were able to reschedule the pilots that were scheduled for May. So we will be having two pilots in August, one on August the 3rd in Gettysburg and one on August the 4th in Harrisburg. The focus of these pilots will be on testing the in-app registration portal or component of Navigate. So basically we're going to see whether or not the registration component of Navigate works and interacts correctly with our Banner system as it should. And therefore, what's next with the implementation is that we're still on schedule for the fall 2016 launch of the product. We'll be able to launch with new students during the spring 2017 registration cycle, which begins in November. I want to remind you that Navigate is a very exciting product with really a high upside, but I also want to remind you that despite the fact that it has the ability to revolutionize the way we do business and help our students, it's not going to be something that happens overnight. Navigate's a platform that's going to continue to evolve and gain functionality day by day, month by month, and I urge you in this process, just as I have, to take a big picture approach to its implementation. I also want to stress to you that I'm committed to getting it right during this implementation. I'm not interested in pushing out functionality that doesn't work, and I want to make sure that what we do roll out to our students is something that benefits them and benefits us. In the end, I want to remind all of us that Navigate's a tool. It's a tool that has great potential and that can really change the way we support our students, but it's never going to replace the one-to-one interaction between a student and a staff member that really can make all the difference. During this last part of the video, I wanted to give you a moment to take a quick peek into Navigate and where it stands right now. When students log into the HAC EAB website, what they're going to see is that they'll come to this landing page, which obviously is a picture of our graduation. They'll click on the login button, and because of the result of single sign-on, that'll direct them to sign into the MyHAC portal, which they'll do. And that'll take them into the system. When students log in to Navigate for the first time, on the left-hand side of the screen will be items in a pathway that they have to follow that'll lead them through the onboarding process. Now mine's not up to date because I've been playing around with it and doing some work with it. But basically what happens is as they work through the process, we can configure the order in which we want these things to occur, we can configure the timing, and I can tell you that the content has been provided by the people that helped as part of our EAB build teams. So a lot of our HAC staff have already been involved in the process of building out this part of the configuration. In regards to the academic planning and course registration component of Navigate, as students work through their pathway and they'll be directed to start registering for classes at an appropriate time. And what will happen is you can see that I have no course map available because I'm not aligned with a particular major. However, all of our students who have selected a major are obviously going to have something populating here, and that'll be a list of courses for that major. Those courses will be in the sequence that is recommended by our faculty and some of our student affairs staff that I've worked with over the last few months, and it'll be a system or a sequence that we believe will help them be successful and move successfully through the program. So students can also search for a course, and that's what I'm going to have to do because I don't have particular courses listed for me. So basically students can plan out their term over term schedule. You can see that I've already done some for summer and fall, but I can go in here and add some for spring as well, summer of 2017. So if I know that I want to take a psych course I can go in there and look for that course, and then I can drag it over to where I need to be. Now, for students who have recommended courses already there, for them it's just a matter of going to the next course, dragging it into the sequence and the semester in which we recommend, in which they are going to take it. And then if the term is ready to schedule, they'll be able to register for it. So you can see, because registration for fall is open, I can click on Ready to Register. Now, I've already done a little bit of work here, and I can register for my college success class. I can go in and pick a time for my pre-college math class. You can see when I do that, based on the campuses that I said I'm interested in taking it for, whether it's York campus or virtual campus, it's going to list different classes that are available, the dates of the classes, the times, the room location, how many seats are left, and then I can pick that time. And then when I get my preliminary class list set up, all I need to do is click the register button and I'll be registered for those courses. Okay, so that's generally how it happens. Now, what you didn't see in this whole process was that every semester students will be required to go in and fill out their availability, to put in information about their outside of school work, other obligations they may have, and Navigate's going to give them some feedback on whether or not the number of courses they're taking is something that's recommended for them, and whether it's something that's even viable. And in the pilot process, we saw a number of students come to the realization that, wow, I'm going to have to cut back my number of hours of work, or I'm going to need to take this whole school thing a little more seriously. So it does have some really strong implications for student success. So hopefully this little glance into the demo of Navigate will give you the sense that we are making considerable progress. The plan to launch in fall 2016 is definitely still on track. And I want to leave you with this thought, and it's one that I've said many times, but I think it's worth reiterating, and it's just that Navigate has great potential for the way we help students. I have no doubt that we will make it work, and I want to remind all of you that it's going to be an evolution. So the first iteration of Navigate is not going to look the same as the second, and it's not going to look the same as the third, but it's going to be something that helps us make a difference for students, and that's why we're here.